Yes, Commander?
Hold up. Are you saying that Rappy is the one who attacked first?
Not that lady?
The thing she is keeping inside that coffin is a heretic. Anichiro.
Did you just say what I think you said? A heretic?
She clearly values it highly, based on her words and actions thus far. My guess is that she wishes to resurrect Anichiro.
One moment. I'm collating the data right now. There's not much to go on. But according to this, she was the first heretic. There's also a brief report about her being shot down, but nothing else. This data is over 100 years old.
She must be extremely dangerous.
What makes you say that?
Typically, the first iteration of any model is incredibly strong, especially prototypes. Doubly so if she's the forebearer of the heretics. Her power must be unimaginable.
That's a good point, actually. But one second. Rappy, how do you know about Anichiro? I would like to know that myself. The only way you can turn up any information on her is by specifically searching for it.
I know her. Or rather, I knew her. Yes. I can't be certain, but it seems Red Hood has met Anichiro before. My mind is flooded with intense memories and emotions. Not least of all, rage.
Sounds like they could have been mortal enemies.
There's no way to know for sure. What is certain is that we mustn't allow Anichiro to be resurrected. If she were to awaken now, none of us would stand a chance against her.
But I thought taking down heretics was our thing? We practically eat them for breakfast.
This is apparently one meal we can't have.
We're dealing with an entity from over a century ago. She's most likely equipped with technology that's long been considered lost. Our objective is twofold. Track down Grave and destroy Anichiro. Roger.
Hey there. Better than expected. Things are progressing quickly. We're keeping the Harmony Cube in check, and once the A-Pillar arrives, we'll be able to start.
What about Absolute?
There were Raptures armed with anti-air artillery nearby, so they went to deal with them.
Just the three of them?
Yes.
Commander, we should join them.
I have something to confess. I fell asleep during the mission briefing. I haven't got a clue what Mana is doing here, what the stakes are, and what's going on with Absolute.
You're shouting it like you're proud of the fact you know nothing.
Naturally, I always hold my head high.
Ugh. If you hadn't nodded off, you'd know that Absolute is harnessing the Harmony Cube in order to destroy the crystal. Isn't that right, Mana?
Not even a little bit.
Did I at least get some keywords right?
Fine. Based on the investigation the central government conducted on the E2 crystals.
Man, you all love these kinds of names, don't you? First Material H, now E2 crystals.
This substance was deemed highly dangerous to the Ark and classified as risk level SS. At the same time, as it was determined that it didn't have any positive effect on the surface's ecosystem, any further research would serve no purpose, and the decision was made to eradicate the material. For some perspective, heretics were designated as risk level S. These E2 crystals, meanwhile, are one level above even that. The Harmony Cube located here is outdated and not well maintained. but it is still capable of running calculations pertaining to the construction of the Ark. By setting this Harmony Cube loose on the nearby infested E2 crystals, we will overwrite the basic structures of the Ark here, which are known as lost sectors. The structures generated by this Harmony Cube are composed of glass, which makes them perfect for dealing with E2 crystals. Our strategy is to fill the area with these glass structures and push back the E2 crystals.
And this place will be the epicenter of that operation?
No.
Oh, okay. Care to elaborate?
We intend to use an A-pillar which will act as a stake of sorts. We will insert this A-pillar into the most densely packed area of the crystal region, from which the basic structures will expand outwards. By repeating this process multiple times, we'll eventually fill the area with these structures.
I wonder how that's going to look.
What you need to do now is join up with Absolute and proceed with the mission. They've been fully briefed on this operation, and have even completed a simulation.
Alright, no issues on my end.
What do you mean? I haven't seen any sight of her yet.
Commander!
Oh my, you came.
Hurry up, you idiots. This is why.
Sorry, inferior people like us walk kinda slow. For every 3 steps you take, we only take 1! Oh, how useless we are! We're not worthy. We're not worthy. This is fun.
I knew we'd all get along swimmingly.
Give me a sit rep. The container with the stakes is going to be transported over by air in a while. There's a possibility it could be shot down before landing, so we need to clear this place of raptures.
What? You're still not done? Jeez, Absolute has really fallen off.
We were waiting for you.
What? It's just that I've heard so many stories about how remarkable the counters are. I wanted to see it for myself.
It's not that we're doubting you. We simply want to see what you're capable of. That's a rather blunt way of putting it. But yes, more or less.
Come on. Show us what you can do. What's the point of this? Are you still obsessed with who's the strongest? Be quiet. You abandoned us and left us in the lurch, only to sidle up with a third-rate squad instead. You must have had a reason to do that. I'd like to know what it is.
Yeesh, jealous much?
Do you ever shut that trap of yours?
If you still want these lips, why don't you come give me a kiss? Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Ugh, why do I even bother? You've got 3 minutes until the container arrives. Clear this place out before then. Commander, we don't have to go along with this ridiculous game of theirs.
Okay, let's go. You want to witness the greatness of the counters firsthand? You got it. I might just have to unleash the full power of my supervision. I'd advise against that. All they'll see is your glasses twinkling slightly.
Why do you all...
Rappy, let's show them that you made the right choice. Let's show how well we work together.
Finished.
What do you guys think?
I thought it was impressive, personally.
Let's move to the mission area.
Hey, you could at least give us some feedback. Yeah, if you're not gonna leave a review, then you at least ought to pay us. Ooh, she's not saying anything. That must mean she's gonna pay us! Nice!
It seems you're finally capable of not being complete morons all the time. And in a fairly short amount of time, too. Impressive.
What is wrong with her? Such effusive praise! You don't have to be so nice!
There are some caveats, however. The Squirt and the squad leader are competent. I can't say the same about you two. It's not a major issue for now, since the skill gap isn't too significant. But as those two grow stronger, both of you will only end up dragging them down. It's not that you haven't grown. You just haven't improved enough. You need to do better.
Yeah, I knew that.
Good. As long as you're aware. Now let's move.
Wow, that was amazing! You guys work together so well as a team that you hardly notice your firepower is lacking. Our firepower is lacking? Oh, sorry. I may have said too much. I'm sure you'll eventually find weapons that are better suited to you.
Come to think of it, have any of you ever upgraded your gear?
There's no need for us to wantonly upgrade our loadout. What we're using right now suits us perfectly.
If you say so.
Sorry to interrupt, but the container has arrived. The initial setup is expected to take 20 minutes.
In the meantime, we'll proceed to the designated area.
Roger that. I'll have it ready to fire when you give me the signal.
Let's go.
Destination reached. Requesting further guidance as to where the stakes will be driven.
I'll do it. The stakes will land where that disc is. Everyone, step back. Go ahead, Mana.
Coordinates confirmed. Launching A-pillar towards the guidance signal. A-pillar launched. Handing over control to the operator for the landing procedure.
Roger. Assuming control.
Huh? Shifty is piloting it?
Yes. I'll be steering it to the guidance signal.
I'm not overly familiar with this control system.
Wow! You must be really good at this then, Shifty.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was covered in my curriculum. There are a few tricks you can learn, and the whole process is easy to replicate with a flight simulator.
I see.
Oh, like that, yes. And... got it. It should land any moment now. Landing complete.
Checking alignment. Initiating link with Harmony Cube. Hub designation complete. Computational power amplification confirmed. Initiating art creation sequence.
Everyone, brace yourselves.
Construction complete. A-pillar status all normal. Linking with Harmony Cube and expanding the area.
Holy crap, this place is unrecognizable now.
Think of this pillar as a pseudo-Harmony Cube, one which was created by the Harmony Cube itself. We can expand the structures around the area where the A-pillar is embedded. Being made of glass, all of this material is immune to the E2 crystals, so it can push them out. Additionally, the A-pillar is tied to the Harmony Cube's computational power, So the more you install, the better the Harmony Cube's computation ability.
I didn't quite catch all of that. None of this makes any sense to me. How can these structures just appear out of thin air?
You're right. It doesn't make any logical sense. But you just saw it with your own eyes.
How does the science behind all of this work? Although, to be honest, I don't think I'd understand even if you did explain.
That's classified information.
How come?
Do you really think this process follows the laws of physics or basic energy principles?
I don't think so. I guess? I don't know, none of this makes any sense.
That's precisely why it's confidential. Does that answer your question?
Not at all.
Be quiet.
Aren't any of you curious about this?
You just said yourself that you wouldn't understand even if you were given an explanation.
It's like watching a documentary on quantum physics. Even if you don't understand every bit, it's still nice to know.
Try and use that pea brain of yours for 1 second. If the reason why this stuff works the way it does wasn't classified, and if it was something that everyone could understand, it could end up being used for terrorism. Like you said, it defies all common sense. Do you really think something like that will be easy to understand?
Probably not.
Exactly. Hence why it's classified.
For someone who says they don't care, you've got an awful lot to say about it.
I don't know. I don't need to know.
So our objective is to plant these pillars here and there? Then these structures that manifest as a result will wipe out all the crystals?
Correct.
Sounds kinda fun. Like a game.
We're moving out.
That's strange.
What is it?
We installed the A-pillar, but the Harmony Cube's computation speed isn't increasing as expected. Since the A-pillar is also a computation device for the Harmony Cube, the computation speed should increase with each installation.
Is there some kind of problem?
We ran a check, and the equipment doesn't appear to be defective.
Something is attacking it from the outside.
Yes. I suspect that someone is hijacking the data.
Grave. Can you go through the records and backtrace it?
We missed our chance this time, but we should be able to run a trace the next time they try again.
Okay, I'll get things ready.
That pilgrim, Grave? Is she strong?
Yes.
How strong?
I'm not sure. We haven't really gone toe-to-toe with her yet.
If her level is anything comparable to yours, then we already know what to think of her skills. Not much.
I wouldn't underestimate her if I were you. You'll end up regretting it. Yeah, even when Rappy used Red Hood, she barely managed to... Whoops! Sorry, I wanted to boast about Rappy and got carried away.
What are you talking about?
Well... Rappy becomes stronger when she wears a red bandana. Have you ever heard of the Red Turban Rebellion?
You don't have to pretend. We know all about it. About Rappy's secret past and what happened to her?
Did Ingrid tell you?
Yes. She said we needed to know.
Since we were comrades and all.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it a secret.
No need to apologize. You never considered us comrades anyway. Since when were you ever forthright with us? Never. Both when you were with us and after you left. You've always kept us in the dark. So don't say you're sorry. You never expected anything from us. So we stopped expecting anything from you.
I don't feel that way.
What was that? Come on, let's move.
people never change. Rappy, did you really leave without telling them? You didn't have your memory wiped or anything before you left, did you?
No.
Nothing happened.
That's right. That's precisely the problem. Nothing happened. Anyway, that's all in the past, so we shouldn't dwell on it. We should keep moving.
I have a question for all of you.
What is it?
What's Absolute doing here?
What kind of question is that?
Is our being here making you uncomfortable? No, that's not it. It's just that... Don't you think you all being sent here is a bit overkill?
I see.
The goal is to use this C-pillar to push back the areas overridden with crystals, right?
A-pillar.
Right! A-pillar! Call me crazy, but I don't think you guys are the only ones who could get this job done. In fact, there are probably plenty of people better suited to handle this type of job. What do you think? I'm a real super sleuth, aren't I? Novel will be green with envy.
You could have at least chosen a more impressive person to measure yourself against. However, you do have a point. This kind of job seems a bit out of Absolute's wheelhouse. I figured you all would bring some kind of special vacuum that'd suck up the crystals or something.
And what makes you think that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You can't think about any mission from merely one perspective. You've got to consider it from all angles.
I don't get it.
And that's why you're all inferior.
Darn. I think we just got demoted. We're here because the chance of encountering pilgrims and heretics is high. That pilgrim called Grave doesn't seem to be the friendly type. Plus, there have been traces of other intelligent life forms here. We also know for certain that a heretic is roaming around these parts as well.
So you all were sent in as a military force to combat the heretic.
Correct. Then why not send Matisse? They're adept at fighting too.
Why do you think?
Because they don't get along with Absolute?
Their weapons and power sources rely a lot on electricity. They'd be a movable feast for these crystals. That's why they can't come here.
The only thing we know for sure is that there's a heretic here, but we don't know anything about her. Therefore, squads with experience in dealing with heretics were chosen, which means us and you. We ought to be thanking this heretic for giving us a chance to meet.
Yeah, especially since you guys have been so busy lately. You're becoming real big shots.
Things definitely have changed since when I first joined the team.
Don't you feel like we've been on a roll since I joined?
We've got the commander to thank for our turn in fortune, not you. Arriving at the second area. Proceed with installation. Let me do it this time. Unwa, give me your chest.
What?
I need a flat surface to put this disc on.
Keep talking and see what happens.
Whoa, easy. You're not really going to shoot me, are you?
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to blow your lips off.
In that case, I better move my lips so they're harder to hit.
Unwa, are you okay? You're shaking.
You guys are so immature.
That's rich coming from you.
There's nothing to this. You plop down the disc and the stake lands right wherever you put it. After that, it pushes away the crystals and the structures start to settle in. At this rate, we'll be done in no time.
Let me check. Someone's attempting to hijack the data. Initiating trace. They're nearby. I'll send you the coordinates.
Coordinates received. Proceeding in that direction.
Between Rappy and us? Didn't you hear me back there? I don't think we should dwell on the past. What to do? Should I tell them, Rappy?
Fine.
Alright, I'll loosen my lips for old time's sake. The long and short of it is that not much really happened. Rappy joined us shortly after Absolute was formed. She adapted quickly, and before long, we became Elysion's top squad. So much so that the Elysion completely overhauled their standards several times based on our performance. Those were the days. Anyway, things stayed like that for a while. Then one day, out of nowhere, we got a written notice that Rappy had left Absolute. No explanation whatsoever.
Seriously? That's all?
That's all. You can imagine how confused we were. There hadn't been any sign that anything was wrong.
Eunhwa seems particularly peeved with Rappy. Why is that?
She thought that she'd found her perfect partner. She would always say that with Rappy, reclaiming the surface wasn't just a pipe dream. Can you imagine it? Eunhwa putting her arm around someone and giving them a fist bump? Eunhwa didn't just like Rappy. She adored her. Considering how abruptly things ended, I can understand why she's upset.
With her personality, I'd imagine she went off demanding answers. You know Eunhwa well. She sought Rappy out multiple times after she left, but to no avail. In fact, that's something I always wanted to ask you, Rappy. Why didn't you meet with her? Were you busy?
I was avoiding her.
Huh? What? Why?
Because I felt bad.
Huh. You're a coward.
You're right.
Rappy, have you ever told Eunhwa that you're sorry? So you haven't. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask why. But you ought to know that if you don't give a proper goodbye, there's no closure. No matter what the reason is. You have to close the book on that chapter. Only then can you move on and start anew.
I know. Eunhwa,
What's all the fuss? I'm right here.
everyone, stay low. Grave detected. Up ahead.
I'm not detecting any raptures nearby. The likelihood of an encounter is quite low.
We have the advantage. We should attack. Don't be a fool. We're dealing with a hostile force here. I'll aim for her legs. After that, you...
We've been spotted.
Damn, she's good.
Take cover!
What are those? Explosives?
They appear to be homemade. The explosions aren't stable.
Here comes another one.
Damn, she does not want us to get close.
I'm going in. Cover me.
Gotcha!
What are you even carrying around a gun for? Is that just for show?
Silence.
This is gonna be a direct hit.
Intercept.
On track for an indirect impact.
Intercept. Get her off balance.
Got it!
A miss. There's an opening.
Impressive. You took her down with one shot.
Emma, keep your eyes peeled.
Roger.
All right. You, idiot. Go.
Me? Me?
I'm talking to Weakling. Go talk to her. I'm not exactly sure what you hope to accomplish, but go. You've got a knack for talking to people, so I'll give you a chance. I'm warning you though, the moment I detect you're in danger, I'm stepping in.
But our orders are to take her by force or eliminate her.
I'll take responsibility for what happens. Now go.
Commander, let's go together. Roger.
You. Stop. I'll kill you. Heretic? That's not the name. Don't need to know. Don't come closer. Won't let anyone take this. I'd rather do it myself.
What's she doing? Wait, she's self-destructing!
Commander!
I'm sorry.
What is this ludicrous display? Blowing yourself up isn't the answer, you fool.
The four beasts.
What do we have here? A man?
What the? Why is she reacting like this?
Commander!
Oh, so fast. Wow, you're able to block this?
Who are you?
Behemoth. The four beasts shall descend upon the earth. They will tear up the ground, flood it with water, blot out the sky, and incinerate it with blue flame. Have you ever heard this verse?
No.
Of course you haven't, because I made it up.
What is this?
Stay down. Good girl.
Reppy! No!
We've got to kill this thing.
Everyone, concentrate fire.
Roger.
Let's see you try. And dodge this.
Everyone, get down!
Commander! No!
Finally.
Give it back.
No.
We have to follow them.
Agreed.
Don't act like you have a say in the matter after that embarrassing display.
Tracked a signal that's inching along. I suspect that's Grave. I assume that she's injured. As for the one calling herself Behemoth, it's strange. I'm not getting any readings from her at all. Even when she was directly in front of you, I wasn't getting anything.
Some kind of stealth protocol?
I'm not sure.
Could she be a heretic?
She must be. And most likely the one who calls the shots here.
That's a sound plan. Let's move.
All right. Tracking Grave now.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I brought this all the way over here. But silly me, I'm not sure how to open it.
Don't touch it.
If I open this, the old veteran you think so highly of bites the dust, right? So, how do you open it? Biometric readings, perhaps? Come over here. If you open this for me and leave, I'll let you live.
Give it back.
You can't keep living like this. I pity you, truly. You're a sight for sore eyes. That's why I'll set you free, if you listen to me.
I don't need it.
How much longer do you think you can last with that rotting body of yours? Why don't you go somewhere nice to live out the rest of your life? Don't waste what few days you have left trying to change the past and doing something no one but you cares about.
No one will understand. That's why I'm doing it. Everyone needs to know. I have to rewrite it.
You can be quite frustrating, you know. What, pray tell, do you intend on rewriting?
Everything. I will rewrite everything.
You fool. That's not going to work. Die. No. That is the most powerful weapon which you possess, but you have no idea how to properly wield it. I assume it didn't belong to you originally. You see? All you're capable of is soiling other people's prized possessions.
Shut up.
What an annoying fly you are. Flitting about. Don't move. 1 inch in any direction, and you'll be run clean through. You don't have nearly enough power to stop these. Now, really? My, whatever should I do? Asking nicely hasn't done anything. Threatening to kill you has proved fruitless. Even roughing you up was ineffective. How can I get you to talk,
I'll never talk.
Ooh, this is becoming a real headache. Should I, perhaps, try corruption? No, that would scramble your brain, and you'd be useless to me. Stay right there for a moment. Let me think.
Visual confirmation on Behemoth and Grave.
They don't seem to be getting along too well. I bet she rules over this place. And that clamp! It's remarkable. Not only can it deflect bullets, it also put Rappy out of commission. Sorry.
Commander. I understand all too well. She's attempting to resurrect Anichiro. Worst comes to worst, there might be 2 heretics. If that happens, our chances of success are...
If you say so. Alright.
You questioning orders. I thought your greatest attribute was simply doing what you were told. Hold on. There's one more. Clamming up when you know you're at a disadvantage. That means I don't have to waste time bickering with you. It's nice.
Unwa.
Let's go.
That really stings, you know.
Emma, confirm the point of impact.
Direct hit to the head.
What the hell is this thing?
On it. Missile container online. Firing missiles now. Eat this!
Would you look at that? So many.
Your aim is as accurate as always. Roger.
Let's go!
What the?
I'm hit! Where are they coming from?
Impact sites are Rappy's right hand and left arm, both of Neon's legs, and Anisa's right thigh.
Who the hell is she? How does she have such control over the crystals?
Sensing movement up ahead to the left.
Time to destroy this thing.
If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of having a conversation.
I guess it'd be a good idea to stay still.
Nobody move. The crystals are too close.
She's playing with us.
She's coming over here.
Now, nobody move, please. You. Yes, you. You're the commander, are you not? I only want to hear from you. The rest of you keep quiet. What are you doing here? Are you trying to apprehend me? Or that pathetic piece of waste over there? You can take her, but the coffin stays with me. Yes. Yes. I could ask you the same thing. This is my land. My secret garden. And you're intruding. It's high time I ask you what you're doing here. Grave? Oh, her? A fitting name indeed for her. But why the coffin? Do you know what this is? You knew. Color me surprised. What do you want with Anichiro? Oh. Are you being serious? Do you even fully realize what this thing inside the coffin is? Well, let me fill you in. She's our predecessor. The original fusion. Both our origin and the genesis of our legend. Our ancestor. Yes, indeed. We're kind of in the middle of something. And we could really use her help. That's why I'm doing this. No. There are 4 of us, including myself. We call ourselves the 4 Beasts. Catchy name, don't you think? Unfortunately for me, I'm in a bit of a pickle, since I can't get this coffin open. If I'm too rough with it and try to bash it open, it'll kill Anichiro. However, you work with all sorts of high-tech gadgets, don't you? Help us open that thing. Let's see, what could I offer you? How about some more information on the crystal? I'm sure you're rather curious about a mysterious entity like this, which you haven't seen before. Don't be stupid. You saw for yourself how I can control them. We're the ones who created these things. Partly by chance, sure, but hey, it's working out. What do you say? Do we have a deal? I'm giving you a golden opportunity to do a great thing for humanity, which I know is your thing. Patience is normally not one of my virtues. But since this is a rare opportunity, I'll wait. In the meantime, you have something I want. Yes, and as for what it is... Saying it out loud is a bit awkward. How should I put this?
What?
What are you two yelling about?
Ah!
Three A-pillars headed your way.
Coming in at maximum speed.
What are you doing?
A-pillar landing confirmed.
Skipping activation for sequence condition check. Proceeding straight to arc creation sequence.
What is this?
Need to know basis, and you don't need to know. Fire power!
Roger.
You've all underestimated me. What's happening? Why can't I move?
You could stand to reinforce your joints a bit, you freak.
Thanks for the
You're on track for a direct hit. Take the shot.
Take this! Got it. This feels a bit weird. Like we're a bunch of robbers or something. Don't say that. Now I feel kind of guilty.
Securing escape route. Follow my instructions.
If I force it open, Anichiro will die.
My treasure. Please. Return it.
I thought you passed out.
I must return it. Please. Wait. My idol. My dream.
Damn it.
Are you returning? Then I suggest you pick up the pace. The crystal chamber is approaching. It is emitting large amounts of electromagnetic waves, which I believe is due to the increased computational load on the Harmony Cube. It should arrive in about 20 minutes. Please do.
Weakling. What exactly happened back there? I was referring to what you said to me before asking for the disc, moron. I must admit. Finding out the heretic's weakness and using the stakes as an offensive weapon. That was pretty impressive. It's about time you showed some improvement.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Unhwa giving a compliment?
Huh?
Is something wrong, Vesti?
Unhwa's face. I remember that expression.
Yes. Me too.
It was when she used to be with Rappy. She always used to have that expression. It's nice to see it again after so long.
Yeah. It is.
I presume it's likely that Behemoth is going to be chasing after us?
Most likely, considering she's after the coffin.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel a bit scared.
How come?
It's my first time seeing a heretic, let alone a high-ranking one.
What's there to be scared of? You've got us and the rest of Absolute alongside you.
You mean you're not afraid?
Of course not. Well, maybe a little bit.
That at least doesn't make me feel so bad. It's just that everyone looks so cool and composed. I was starting to worry I was the only one who was freaking out.
I'm worried too, but we've got to stay strong.
I know. You're right.
I don't mean to lecture you, but next time, you would do well to check your surroundings before engaging in combat. That last skirmish ended up severely damaging many of our supplies and equipment. Her external injuries are not severe. I can do basic first aid, so I was able to conduct the necessary repairs. However, I did notice something unusual while I was conducting the repairs. Grave is a mass-produced nikke.
What?
But what does that mean?
Not only that, but her body is one of the first models ever made. It's well over 100 years old. Apparently so, by virtue of the fact that she's here in front of us. If we do a brain scan, we could find out more. Unfortunately, we don't have the necessary equipment on hand to do that. As for the coffin and strange weapon of hers, we should be able to open both of them, since their security levels aren't that high. Should I open them? Understood.
When do you think she'll come to?
I've given her some sedatives. If we want her to wake up, all we have to do is administer a stimulant.
Commander, I still have misgivings about this. Yes, and? If Red Hood felt such rage towards Anichiro, that's all the proof I need.
Going silent again? You never change.
Okay. Wake her up, Mana. If she doesn't make any moves, I won't do anything either.
What an obedient follower you are. Just a moment ago, you were champing at the bit to kill her. And now? Backing off like a dog with its tail between its legs.
I agree with the commander. I'm starting to suspect that Graves' goal isn't to awaken Anichiro.
Explain.
Even when she was injured and knew she didn't stand a chance of winning, she hunted Behemoth down to get the coffin back. It's clear that she values that coffin more than her own life. She referred to it as a treasured possession. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm getting the feeling that she in fact isn't attempting to awaken a heretic which will end up being a threat to mankind. She has too much of a one-track mind. Yes, that's how it's been from the start. The reason she was hostile towards us was because I pulled the trigger first. I let my emotions get the better of me, and I wasn't thinking. Don't get me wrong. It's not that all my suspicions are alleviated. Maybe she does have a one-track mind, and her goal is to awaken the heretic. Who knows? Nonetheless, I believe we can attempt to reason with her. If it turns out that I've misread the situation, then I will apologize to her.
Very well.
All right. I'll administer the stimulant.
Cut the crap. What did you do to me?
Your language circuits were deteriorating from old age, so I replaced them.